All right, welcome back, everyone. Doing another episode of the Monday Again podcast. We are doing it live at the shop on a Sunday, doing cars and coffee, first one of the year. I thought it'd be really cool to just speed run through interviews, doing some people that people in El Paso know with the cars, people involved in the car scene, maybe some people I don't even know, and we're just gonna get down to it. And it's gonna be a little bit different. It is gonna be a little bit loud in here, 'cause like I said, there's a lot of people outside, and people are just coming in and out. So we're doing it basically the live podcast. So, anyways, I want to introduce our first guest. This is Risto.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
All right, cool, man. So obviously, I think a lot of people know like who you are, what car you drive, but the people that don't know, because we actually do have a lot of followers that followed us from Gatlinburg. Just in case they don't know you, because some people did know you out there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, a good amount of people did know you out there,
That's wild, man.
and it was mostly the Supras.
I'm glad. That means a lot to me. That really does mean a lot to me.
Yeah. But yeah, just so that people know, what do you have? How passionate are you about your car? How long have you had it? And what do you plan on talking about it?
So I have a 2020 Toyota GR Supra. I bought in, obviously, the showroom floor right when COVID hit. And I've done a lot of things to it that I'm super proud of. And we could get into the details about that. But, I started off with wanting to get that car because as a teenager during the 90s era, the JDM scene was exploding in the early to mid 90s. And as a kid, as a teenager, growing up during that era, I saw the car. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to end up getting one eventually. So that's why I ended up getting the Supra. But, big plans for it for this year is probably going to be a complete color transformation. I'll reveal it at Low Class Spring Fest 11 this year, March 17th, I think is the date. So
I think so.
yeah,
I think that's the day. We'll probably fix that.
yeah. And then what was the other question again?
Oh, and then like maybe something you plan on talking about. Like maybe you have something that you want to talk about, and maybe Team Dazik.
Yeah, sure. So we'll talk about the car really quick. Obviously, it's the first Zaco Performance wide body Supra in the United States with the one-of-one bespoke wheels, on-air suspension, wrapped and sponsored by TinyBot as well. And shout out to Stance Bros who did the wide body install, TNT Vehicle Restyling who did the wrap. And then, of course, there's Regal Built Garage right behind us. They do all my performance stuff, and so does 915 Performance. They take care of me from a performance part standpoint. So I really wanted to give a shout out to them. I also want to shout out Morimoto this year because they just released their XP taillights. I'm rocking those this year, and I'm glad to be an ambassador for them. So that's definitely something I really wanted to talk about. And all the other industry partners have been with me on this journey to help me create something that I feel is very unique and special.
That's pretty sick. One thing I will say that I've noticed, because I haven't been in El Paso. Well, I haven't been back in El Paso in a really long time. I think I've been back maybe 3 years now. My wife's just behind the switcher, so I don't know how she's gonna react. But I always forget how long we've been here. But from being here, I've seen your car go from the green to the orange, and bro, I'm not gonna tell you how many times I've thought about that green.
Really?
I've thought about it a lot.
That's great, man, because inspiration begets inspiration. And I miss the car. And honestly, in the back of my mind, there was a moment where I was thinking, you know what, I should probably go green. But then you always look at other builds in the town and you're like, but I can't do it because somebody else did that green. So that's the only reason why I didn't jump back to green. I wanted to do a huge shift color-wise and something that nobody had ever seen on a Supra, quite frankly, at least to my eyes and to my knowledge, until I did it, is when people started looking at copper for their builds. There's a few people that I ran into at SEMA this year that told me, like, man, you're the reason why I got this color. And I'm like, what? And like, yeah,
That's
dude.
sick.
And they literally would like show me, hey, I'm parked here. Come check out my car. So, one of the things I made it a point was to make content for people that showed love to me while I was out there. They basically gave me my flowers. I'm like, dude, that's super cool. Let me go give you your flowers back on social media. So, but I do miss the green.
Yeah, man, I really did like that green, mostly because, I think green has always been like a nice color. Me and my wife share a lot. Like, even, dude, you can see this camera. I have a green sleeve on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, that's pretty cool, man. You just touched on something that I think is very important, and it's the fact that you talked about how you showed love and you were shown love yourself on your build. And I think that it doesn't really get talked about a lot. I guess because we're men, and we don't really talk about our feelings. But I think it's important for people to recognize others that are doing things that they love. Because I'm sure you are in a position sometimes where you're like, man, I don't know if I should keep building this car. Or I don't know if I should just keep going. Or maybe you had a different mentality where it was like, nah, dude, I'm gonna do it. Like, fuck whatever everyone thinks, blah blah. And then like all this cool stuff like humbled you because of how much love you were shown. So I don't know. How do you feel about that?
So going to my team and our motto is, Team Dostic obviously is our team. Shout out to my members that are out here. Our entire lineups on the front row, and I'm
You have
super
a lot of
happy.
members, bro.
Yeah, and we're expanding too. That's the nice thing. We're out in Dallas and now we're out in San Antonio. So I'm super happy to do our reunion in our annual reunion in San Antonio. But going back to what you were asking about people and being inspired and going back, one of the things that it says on our motto is "Go fast, be real," and then the biggest one is staying humble. We're all men. We put our pants on one leg at a time. We all come from different backgrounds. We all have different financial positions in life. But that does not change the fact that I'm a human being and that I have empathy and sympathy and that I care. So I'm never going to forget where I came from. And I'm always going to remember that somebody has a stock car. I was that person that had that stock car and looking for people to guide me and inspire me and tell me like, hey, this is probably what you should do. But, don't worry about what anybody else says. At the end of the day, if it's your build, you're not building it for anybody else. You're building it for you. And that's something that resonated with me over and over the years, just crossing paths with people. And then, I've also run into toxic people where you're like, why are you being like that, man? It doesn't even need it. There's enough toxicity in this world that we don't need to worry about our egos. I am not an egotistical person. I don't feel like I'm anybody important. I'm just a guy that loves to build cars. And it just so happens that people enjoy what I built and they show me love on social media and when they see me around town and when I go to shows. So that's really just who I am. I haven't changed who I was before the numbers on social media started climbing. That's just a number to me. And it's not that I don't care about those numbers or about the people that love my car and love what I've done to it, but I care more so about the context and the relationships that I established that are real and tangible. And I can actually talk to the person and say, hey, look, thanks for guiding me, or somebody that like is inspired by me. Hey, thanks for doing this to me. You really paved the way in this way, shape, or form. And that's kind of the mentality that I keep in my mind. And I always remember because I don't want to ever feel unapproachable because I'm a pretty big Filipino dude. And some people have told me like, I look intimidating. I'm the biggest teddy bear. if you don't know me, and if you know, but if you don't know, I'm an emotional big teddy bear. That's what I really am. God honest truth. Full court press. I'm telling you right now, I'm an easygoing guy to talk to.
Yeah. To be honest, when I started coming around the car scene, and I wanted, because obviously I film and I like doing pictures and videos. One of the things that I thought was going to be hard to approach people with a lot of big following, and I think that you've broken that like way of thinking that I had.
Yeah.
Because like the first time I met you, dude, you were super nice, down to earth, and I was like, damn, like I didn't really think Risa was gonna be like that. I thought maybe he was gonna think like, oh man, I'm just annoyed because everybody keeps coming up to me and this and that. But no, dude, it was really cool. Like you and your wife, you guys are both super really good people. Like in my eyes, you guys are just awesome. You guys are a fucking power couple when it comes to this stuff. And I do want to give her a shout out for keeping you the man you are.
Yeah, I mean that woman, she's right next door, chomping on some kolaches. But I mean, she is my rock. A lot of people don't know this, but a lot of the car parts that are on the car are because of her. And it's not that I can't afford to do it. It's just that it's a team thing that she supports my passion so much. She loves how it makes me happy. And like, what greater woman could you ask for when a woman, your partner in life, or whatever gender you choose, but that special person in your life that is so in love with you that they support your endeavors and your aspirations and your ambitions. That's the type of people that you need in your life. And she's my number one supporter. And I don't see myself. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have her by my side. So she's the reason why I was able to do the things I do with not only my car but with my team. And I'm just super thankful for her.
That's awesome. I think that's really, really awesome. I think a lot of people need to find themselves like the person that's like the support system for them. not only just because of like financing the carport, but just back and forth, just support like in life. And I think that's really important. I think that's why I think that of you guys, man. You guys are really nice. You guys are really good people.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And me personally, I didn't know you're Filipinos.
A lot of people think that I'm either Hispanic or Hawaiian, but one thing to give away, and I'm gonna go back to Team Dozic, is this is a culturally relevant thing that represents the team. It's a derivative of a word that we kind of changed the lettering, but it actually means fast enlightenment and empowerment in 3 different dialects in the Filipino language. So we wanted to name it Dazi to not only represent me culturally, but to also represent us and become an icebreaker conversation, because everyone always asks me that doesn't know what it means. Like, hey, what is Dazi? Is that an acronym, or is that something else, or what does it mean? I love explaining it because there's a lot of symbology behind not only the name and its meaning, but the triangles also mean something. Obviously the strongest shape in geometry is a triangle, so that's why we chose those. Well, when it came to designing it, that's why we did that. So thankfully, using that as a mindset of not just strength, but the meanings behind it, by going fast, enlightening, enlightenment, and empowering other people. That is the core of who I am, and that's why I love that people believe in that same concept and they're willing to represent us here and all over Texas. Man, that's another thing that's wild to me. Like, holy crap, we're expanding to different chapters.
3 big cities too.
Yeah, Dallas and San Antonio. And San Antonio has been seeing some pretty substantial growth. So I'm super happy for what's going on out there. And shout out to Ty and Jason for doing great things out there. Shout out to Lucy and Cody for my Dallas chapter president and vice president. She was out there at SEMA with me this year, showcasing her car. So we both made a huge comeback to SEMA. That was a really big milestone for both of us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta get me in contact with these people. It was the Dallas person for sure, because I frequent Dallas a lot, and when I have free time, like, I'm looking to shoot cars, but it's the same people that I used to know they're not available anymore. They sold their cars, bro, and I don't know. I don't have anything cool, but I mean, I'm sure we'll get that contact. But
yeah,
coming back to that part where we talked about, like, I guess when people are actually cool and people that are unapproachable. Have you? I know you've been to like really big shows like SEMA. You've been to international stuff. Well, national, I should say. I don't know if you've gone overseas.
Not yet, but I want to, because Ranger from Elite Tuner, he's trying to get me to go to Puerto Rico to do his show out there. And I'm all like, oh man, that would sound so enticing. That'll be in the works. We'll see. We might take you along. Let's go, man. The freaking Puerto Rico. I mean, come on, a car show in Puerto Rico, that'd be badass, right?
Do you need a passport to go to Puerto Rico?
No.
It's
a U.S. territory.
I don't have.
My wife doesn't either. I mean, I need to get her one because I want to take her somewhere tropical this year. But we should totally go, man. He says it's one of his best shows.
No, yeah, and I definitely do want to check it out, because I have seen the car scene in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
And it has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and they love going fast and they love looking good, man. It's insane. Car-wise, crazy. Yeah. I can only imagine seeing it in person.
Nah, dude. That actually, I really do thank you for considering that. That's actually really dope that you did that. So as you know, Abe is not here right now.
He's in New York?
No, I don't know like exactly where he's at. But if he's not feeling well, which I'm hoping he is feeling well, what would you tell Abe as words of encouragement right now?
Yeah. Wow, that's a tough one. Words of encouragement. No matter what happens in life, there's always going to be road bumps, right? The biggest thing you can do is adapt and overcome, and always grind hard, because things don't happen overnight. There's such a sense of immediacy this day and age, right? And that's just the way the world is. But having the ability to take a step back, take a breath, and absorb your environment and really take things in is what makes you more enriched in life, instead of being so fast-paced every single time. My words of encouragement is be you, have faith in your process and in the process, and don't let anybody hamper you down, because at the end of the day, your biggest supporters are going to lift you up. And the naysayers are going to be naysayers no matter what. Let them hate, because haters, that's their job, right? You're always going to have them no matter what. So my biggest thing, my biggest statement is, be yourself and be happy for who you are, and lift other people up.
That's sick, man. Nah, I'm sure everyone would appreciate that. It's nice of you to say that, man. I know you guys have history. You know, you've been supporting him for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when he was still starting up, and dude, the reveal video that he did for me when I went from red to the green was absolutely, still hands down, one of my favorite reveal videos. We definitely have to do another reveal video because Springfest is coming. So if we can hook something up, man, I would be so down to do another reveal video with him and with Mangekyu. That'd be great. He's done every single reveal video. Holy crap! Yeah, so he did my wide body reveal too.
Yeah. So
I definitely need him to knock out my my next theme. It's gonna be iconic. Stay tuned.
That's sick, bro. That's sick. I guess my final question to close it out is so say someone who's like pretty because we've noticed a trend where people, like I said, people do think that you might be unapproachable because of the car you have, the popularity it has. So just to close it out, tell the viewers, if they are any type of like photographers or someone who wants to work with you, how can they get in touch with you? How can they go about it?
So I know it's the hardest way to get a hold of me, ironically, is Instagram. And I apologize. And that's not your fault. That is Instagram's fault. Why? Because yes, it shows up all the people that don't follow you. There's alerts, but I get so many that it's very, very hard to get a hold of me there. The best way to get a hold of me, if you don't have my contact information, I'm not going to really broadcast that, but is to approach me straight up at a meet. Honestly, be like, hey, Risto, I'd love to work with you, man. If you have the opportunity to, if we could set up an opportunity to take pictures, I'm more than down. But you can catch me in a very rare occasion on social media, on Instagram, if I'm looking at it at the time, because I make content every single day. And I do try to catch up with everybody, but it's virtually impossible for me to catch up to every single message that I get. But I will do better this year at doing that. But if you want to work with me, man, or woman, just hit me up at a meet here at Golden Vapor or wherever, check out the Team Dozik page, or hit me up on our Team Dozik page, our website at teamdozik.com. There's a link there that you could actually put a message there. I check that more often in it because it doesn't get flooded. That's another way that you can get a hold of me, because my emails aren't as hectic as Instagram.
Nice. Well, I'm sorry to say that now that when this episode goes live, we're probably going to be hitting close to like 10,000 accounts reach. So
yeah, I hope so. I love this, man. I absolutely love what you guys are doing. I love the fact that you're actually, putting us out there and putting El Paso on the map, and we get to talk and share about stuff that makes us happy, man.
Yeah. No, man, I appreciate that a lot. And there's been obviously like those bumps, like you said, on the road.
Yeah.
When it comes to certain stuff like production and stuff and like schedules, obviously. But no, with that, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I gotta give a huge shout out to John Golden, bro. Like, I don't even know if he goes by John Golden, but Golden Vapor John, Liberty Walk at 40.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that guy, they think me and him are related.
I did not know that. What?
We're not related.
You're not related.
No.
I could have sworn. I'm gullible, so I would have fell for that.
That's funny, bro. No, but we're not related. I'm just gonna pause. No, but he is actually giving away a skateboard. So I don't know if you wanna try to subscribe, or if you're not subscribed, whoever's listening, he's gonna be giving away one of these skateboards. We talked about it in the last episode. Also, he does have the shop here. Obviously, been talking more. You've probably heard it. There's people here buying stuff like left and right. Exotic snacks, vapes, shirts. But yeah, so I have to give him that shout out, bro. He's literally like the sponsor, the biggest sponsor, like the podcast. And I just like you, man. You shout out your sponsors. I gotta do the same.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact that he was willing to invite us and put us on the flyer for the event today, I mean, huge success. I'm glad everybody came out and supported Golden Vapor, and that we're the guests of honor, I guess you could say, when it comes to our team, because we appreciate the love, Jonathan. We appreciate you even considering us to have our lineup in the front row.
Yeah. No, I do have to add one last thing, I guess. I appreciate a lot that your team is respectful to the spot, unlike some other teams. I'm gonna just be blunt about that. Like, stop. There's people here acting out, and I think that they represent a bad name. Because the people just aren't doing the right thing. And like I said, I'm grateful that you teach your team manners. I guess you could say, and let them know that hey, no sideshow shit, and we're just gonna here have a good time. And that's exactly what you guys are doing. You're having
Yeah,
a great time.
absolutely.
But last message, anything to anyone?
I love y'all. Shout out to El Paso. You guys have been so grateful to me and a huge support to me. And the fact that you believe in my vision just as much as I do and as much love as I've gotten over the years really means a lot. Shout out to you, Vlad. Shout out to Golden Vapor and shout out to Monday again. This is a great thing that you guys are doing. I'm super excited to see and watch the episodes. I watch them and I subscribe to the huge channel. So I'm looking forward to seeing more content coming from a lot of the people out here.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're gonna get on to the next person, so we're gonna keep this rolling. All right, guys, we got a second guest here. And why don't you tell us who you are, brother? And then we'll go from there.
My name is Alfredo Morga from El General Humvee and FCC Motorsports in El Paso.
Yeah. And what is it called? FCC Motorsport?
FCC
Nice. Okay.
Motorsports.
What do you guys do there?
Pretty much it's FCC stands for Freddy's Car Collection, my collection of cars. We have over 15 cars, anywhere from classic trucks, custom builds, like the Humvee, that one of ones.
Oh yeah, dude, that Humvee, I think is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in person. I've seen you downtown a couple of times, the TRX and everything. Like you guys pulling up, taking pictures, handing out stickers. I think that's a pretty unique build. I think it made national news. I think, right? I think it made national news. Like, tell me more about when you went to go. I guess 'cause it was auction, right?
Yeah, it was a year ago. Barry Jackson.
Yeah.
And the guys from Danton Art Custom. Danton Art Custom he's Alex Danton. He's an artist who came up with the idea, and Nicolas from Frenchy Export. They're French guys. They're bringing their talent here to the U.S. and we're excited to work on future builds with them, through them, and I'm excited to bring out to El Paso what's coming next for a team.
Yeah, dude, that's actually super sick that you're doing that, because I know there's a lot of people that probably have seen your car, but they haven't really like seen who you are, right? If somebody comes up to you, I'm sure you get hit up by photographers, videographers, and stuff all the time to make content. But how do you go about that? Like, how do you approach people? How do you choose who can do stuff with you? And like, does it ever get annoying?
Well, we're at the point where we want to push a little bit more content. I've worked with great photography, R&L Visions, who have done something for me. Mario has done some shooting for me, but we're really trying to push it out more for the rest of the car. So that's what we came up with the FCC. So, just get the attention off the Humvee for a little bit and just focus on all of our cars. But
Nice.
no, it doesn't get frustrating yet, because we're barely starting to push more for our cars and showcase them and take them out. And before we used to just keep them to ourselves and be a little bit more down low, but we're like, hey, Paso's got to see what we have, what we're gonna bring out.
Yeah, actually, I personally want to say, bro, that I think it's really cool what you're doing, because regardless of like anything, I think it's really cool, because I think here for a long time everyone says that, like, oh, Paso has the same cars, the same people, like have the same cars, and all they do is change the colors on them. But I think you're bringing like unique shit here that's pretty dope. Like I don't know if it's your newest car, but it's newer that I know of is the Liberty Walk Supra.
Yeah,
and I know that's something that you brought here today. I've seen Liberty Walk Supras before, but I think I really like the color on yours a lot. And I just want to say, like, how was it going to auctions, like, for you? Like, because a lot of people don't know how auctions work, like, especially Barry Jackson, bro. Like, Barry Jackson's, like, huge. I used to watch that shit when I was a kid on the Discovery Channel. And I don't even know like what you like. You have to get invited to it, or you just sign up. Like, what do you do?
For you have to register. You have to. The first auction that I went to was Mecum. That's where it started. Went to Mecum. I was like, okay, let's check it out. It was a Dallas Convention Center. Big old place. So you register. You can pay a fee, and then well, once you're there, there's cars that have reserve. Some don't have a reserve. So you just bidding for what you like, and but you got to pay a fee.
Okay, you gotta pay to play. That's cool, man. So, did you have that? Like, for example, I'm gonna go back just because of the Humvee, right? Like, it was a really big national thing. I remember seeing it in the car pages everywhere. Because it made news just because of what it sold for or whatever. But I just want to know personally, like, what I want to know is if you went in mind to buy that Humvee, or you just were looking at whatever was there.
I saw it because it was on Gas Monkey Garage with Richard Rawlings. They had they did all their content pushing
Everything.
So when I was at Barrett, I didn't want to see it till it was in the block. I didn't go out to go see it while it was standing there the whole time. As soon as it was in the block, I pulled up to the car. I fell in love with it, and I even told the guy, "Hey, rev the car because it's coming home. It's coming home." And it was wild. There was 6 other guys bidding for the same car. I personally thought it was gonna go for less, but maybe 400. So it went for 725.
Damn.
It kicked our ass, but we have it here. It's in El Paso, and we're enjoying that.
Yeah. Nah, but I'm sure for you, bro, the passion, like, you can't put value on that. Like, the love you have for the collection of cars you have, especially adding that one. But what other stuff can you talk about, like, that you have that we don't know about, like some cool shit? Do you have any trucks or anything like?
We're working on one truck here that we're building here in El Paso. It's a 1976 International, twin turbos, and we're gonna have 1,000 horsepower plus. It's gonna be a truck hauler. So I'm excited to have that one built here in El Paso from guys here locally. And we're shooting to take it to SEMA next year as well, and so we're excited. We're gonna build a custom trailer so we can haul our 6-wheel GTR Porsche coming up.
Damn, that's a nice car. That's a nice car, and that's pretty cool that you're gonna have a custom truck to bring your custom cars. Because they do that a lot in Japan with the trucks, the little K trucks, and then they have like their drift cars in the back. I think that's fucking cool, bro. And if you're pulling up to SEMA with that shit, that's gonna be crazy. You're in breaking X for sure. Have you been to a SEMA show before? Have you done a SEMA show before?
We the 2024 was the first time going with the Humvee. We were there, System X booth. With Gas Monkey was there with their truck. They're revealing their truck, and they had their bike and everything. So we were at System X booth.
That's pretty dope, man. Do you how do you keep yourself, like, because at the end of the day you turn your love and your collection into like a business, right? How do you keep that like a business, and is it hard to do that?
Well, the Humvee is it's a business. The logo is the trademark. I had to set all that up. But I don't see it as a business, right? I mean, I see it as a hobby that I like, and
Okay. That's
we're pushing merchandise to sell merchandise when we go out at events, but it's just a love of cars, bro.
Yeah, no, that's sick. I think that's how I would be too. It's just hard because I don't know, like I said, it's just so much attention. Like I said, I mean, I guess you told me already, but has it ever been a point where I don't know where I guess you would see these builds, right, for the next builds, because I'm sure you want to grow the collection, right? Has there been a build recently that you think is like, damn, I need to go see that car and like maybe get that one? Or has there been something where like, nah, I'm gonna chill out for a bit, and then something comes up and you're like, oh, dude, I really want that.
I really like the one-on-ones, man. I like, I'm not afraid of, chopping a car, and building something wild,
That's sick. Yeah, that's sick. I think that's pretty cool, and I like that you said something earlier too, that you want to keep the business local. Like you want to help like local shops build the stuff here. Um, and you did you grow up here in El Paso?
Yeah, I was, born in Juarez and, lived my life here in El Paso.
Nice.
I still have it just down the street, my restaurant, Maribu's Mexican restaurant, Mexican food. Um, so I had to let that go. I sold it to one of my cooks because it was time consuming and, I wanted to focus on something else
Mm-hmm.
and focus on cars too. So, so I sold it, but I used to do that. I mean, I
That's cool.
enjoy cooking and
And so, do you know how to cook?
I know how to cook. Hell
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I think
Rancheros, enchiladas montadas, menú, barbacoa, you name it, man.
that's so dope, bro. I think even like a lot of car guys, I feel like a lot of us love to cook, bro.
Yeah.
Like people who love cars, I feel like we love to cook.
Hey, we got sometimes we have those big old cookouts for our guys and my guys here, they're always, helping loading them up, getting them ready for shows, working on them. And yesterday we were working on my TRX, changing the radiator, and
That's badass.
it's fun. We have a good. I like my garage. It's so unique. We got some ideas from Barrett. The lift, the 4-cart lift.
That's sick.
We have 2 of those stacked up, so we can put 8 cars in one place, and then just the toolboxes are badass.
That's pretty.
And it's ideas you get from going to those type of shows. Just
That's badass. That's actually really badass. Because in El Paso, you don't hear about shit like that.
yeah.
You only hear about that like in Houston, Dallas, big cities like Las Vegas, all that shit. But yeah, man, just send it off. I want to give a shout out to you and your team for letting me interview you. And your team for helping you out and everything you do, bro. Because like I said, I saw you downtown one time and everybody, bro, was there helping you, like keeping people, like giving stickers,
Right.
talking to them, making sure I guess nobody got crazy, and I just think that's really fucking cool, bro.
Yeah.
I like what you said, that you keep everything local, that you want to bring everything to El Paso. Because anybody could have just done what you did and gone to a bigger city.
Yeah. No, we're from here. We love El Paso. We try to support, local stuff like Golden Vapor Lake here and come to events and just show up and meet good people and
That's fantastic. That's sick, bro. And then any last things you want to say? Anything you got coming up? Shout out. Any big shows?
man, there's some things that I do know are coming up, but I just want to secure it first before.
Yeah. Okay. Or maybe something you know for sure you want to do this year, like that you're gonna do.
It's bringing
Top secret.
top secret is top secret.
Oh,
Secret car ranch. That's my ride.
that's sick. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, top secret.
Okay, that's dope. All right, man. Hey, I appreciate you for your time, bro. I know it wasn't like a big one, but I'd love to get you on a full episode one day. If you're ever interested, we can even do it at your shop with all the cars in the back.
Yeah, that'd be great, man. I'll be more than welcome. You're welcome to swing by, check it out, and you can see what's coming.
Yeah. If I can talk about it, I'll talk about it. But all right, bro. We're gonna move on to the next person, and then we're gonna probably have like 2 or 3 more after that. All right, cool. So now we have another guest, guys. I have what I've understood is they call him Maverick. He's right here next to me.
Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
So my name is actually not kidding, Maverick. I'm named after Top Gun. Funny enough. I used to actually work here. God, 2 years ago? I think I was here for about 6 years. With John and Lisa back when we had just Montana, the first location, and yeah, I mean, got into cars, with them, and got into vaping with them. I mean, this is one of the first shops I went to and just stuck with it. I haven't been anywhere else in years, and yeah, they become kind of part of the family now. So more or less the vibe on it.
That's cool, man. Nah, dude, big shout out to John and Lisa, bro. Like they've been super welcoming to me. I've known them briefly, not even a year,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and they've been nothing but like super cool with me, like supporting me and doing cool shit with me. And
Oh, 100%. They're fantastic people. I
Yeah.
mean, absolutely. As long as long as you're cool with them, and you, that's one of those, like, if you scratch their back, they'll scratch yours, and it's, I mean, you can't compare them. They're fantastic people, always.
one thing that people have been saying is they've been asking John if me and him are related.
I can see it. I can see it a little bit. Maybe like, I wouldn't say like brothers, but like first cousins. Maybe I could see it. I could see it. It's the beard, bro.
Yeah,
It's the
it probably is. Maybe the haircut sometimes. I don't know.
The haircut, and the beard. Yeah. If he grew his out a little bit more, I could see it.
That's cool.
100%.
Cool, man.
Which
So
that's
you
a compliment.
you mentioned the cars. Like, what are you into? Like, what do you have? What are you into?
So I've got, well, I mean, so starting with what I'm into. Funny enough, growing up, obviously, when you're younger, you always like, oh yeah, I only like, Japanese cars, I only like muscle cars, or only like, what I mean? Like, you kind of get your like niche, I guess you could say. But a big part actually, because, being around John and Lisa, and, that the whole crew, I've gotten to the point now where I'm kind of into everything. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter if it's, old Euro cars, JDM cars. Like, I drive a Mini Cooper. You know what I mean? Like, it's a car you don't really see modified very often. So I kind of like anything that I think is different. You know what I mean? So I have a 2015 Mini Cooper S, slammed, rotiforms, wrapped. It's got brides in it. Spent tons of money in like 8 years building our thing. That was my first car I've ever worked on, first car I ever modified. Then I got my grandfather's 2006 Tacoma, four-door to second gen.
Nice.
So that one, Lisa and I actually recently just wrapped it, maybe less than a year ago. That one's lifted on 33s now. It's green with bronze wheels. That one I like to do kind of like a light kind of overland kind of thing on it. It's only a 2-wheel drive, so I'm not going to get crazy. And then about 2 years ago, I bought a 1999 Honda CRV. The one with a little spare on the back and the table in the back. Yeah. So I have that. That's just more kind of like a little like low-key kind of daily. But that one's lowered. I bought some cheap little white wheels for it. But like you said, I like weird stuff. Like, I think a slammed Prius is sick.
That's so.
Depending on how you do it. But I'm not one of those, like, I don't like to judge. But I'm into everything. Like the Mini, it's built and styled a lot like a JDM car. Like, it's bright pink. I have a Natasha, like a whole anime wrap on the roof. It's on chrome, like high polished rotiform wheels. It's stanced. I mean, it would be fender to lip if it wouldn't quit rubbing through the fenders. It's got the plastic fenders, so it
Makes sense.
It self clears constantly. But that one's stanced all the hell. The CRV is more. It's got 8 degrees of camber, nothing too crazy that's not slam. The Tacoma's lifted, on big tires. So, but I'm also into like muscle. Like, I love it, classic muscles. Like, a little bit of everything.
That's dope. That's dope. Honestly, I was not expecting that.
Really?
For some reason, I thought you had a bike or something.
Yeah, I actually I bought a 1976 Yamaha XS 500, like a cafe racer.
Oh,
For
nice.
like $600. It needs work. Like, it cranks, doesn't run. I got to wire lights in, all that shit. But so I'm gonna be working on that when I get a chance. And I'd love to build a chopper, like an old school panhead with like the jockey shifter on it. I have the sissy bar and the Springer front end. I love that. I like weird stuff, man. Like, I'm not one of those, like, I mean, I appreciate the cars and bikes that are more commonly built, but I like the weird stuff that you're like, the hell is that? I don't know. I'm weird like that.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So, me and Abe, we actually went to Gatlinburg last year,
Oh, that's cool.
and we met this guy. And this guy, we just found him like cruising down the strip. He has it's a Honda van. I don't know what year it is. It's like a 2002, I think.
Okay.
It's a right-hand drive on T37s. It's slammed, bro. Like, slammed.
That's another thing, the van culture. Those builds are wild.
Yeah, and it's nice, bro. Like, he has it like well kept, well painted. It's like OEM plus. All he has is like a lip kit on it, and it just looks so clean.
And that's it. Yeah. See, and that's optimized. my problem is I have a lot of like pipe dreams. So like, I'm one of those people. I see a car and I'm like, I immediately imagine how it was modified, right? Like I immediately was, oh, would I bag it? What wheels would I put it on? How would I paint it? How would I wrap it? Like that kind of stuff. And speaking of vans, for like months I wanted a Toyota Previa to slam a Toyota Previa. I follow a guy on Instagram who has one that's bagged.
That's cool.
Gorgeous, and they're the ugliest cars. Ugly, but you slam them and put a nice little lip kit on it, and that's it, you know. And it's or that or you know those old boxy Astros. Those,
Yeah.
but dumb. I'm not talking like nice. Like I'm talking cut springs, like no suspension, just slammed on its ass. I think that would be really cool. Just because it's ignorant, like you know what I mean. Like it's stupid. That's the fun part about it.
The classic band van.
Yeah.
You're turning that into a slam van.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's
A
crazy.
stance kid, but you play guitar in a band. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I'm actually picturing it now with like all the why actually this is super off topic, but why the fuck in those vans they're always pictured in movies, cartoons, or like other shit, and it's like this wizard culture with like heavy metal in the fucking 80s.
Oh yeah.
That imagine that you have like a unicorn with like Thor and
my
the hammer
God. With the airbrush on
with
the side?
yes,
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
slammed.
That's another thing. I want one of those too. I want those old like Dodge vans, with the cutout windows and shit, the shag all in the back, and that's still super popular. I follow a few people, and they still have like full blown like events like this for that. Like, and people still build those shits with the side pipes and the 18s in the back and the 13s in the front. It's all rigged like crazy.
That's
The
crazy.
whole thing.
So it's not just like the Volkswagen hippie van that everybody loves.
No, they're like subcultures of it. Like you have to kind of dig for it now, but they still do it. Like people still do that shit. I think it's so cool.
Sounds like some Canada shit, bro.
Probably, yeah.
Some Vancouver shit.
Yeah, that kind of, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Wow,
right?
dude.
I mean, and it sucks because it's like, obviously if I had, exorbitant amounts of money, I'd have a warehouse full of these weird acts, like weird cars, like old Daihatsus. Like I think the Daihatsu Charade slammed on like 13s. Sick. That's sick. There was one for sale I almost bought, but had wiring issues.
Oh
You
man.
can't find parts for it.
You know when they turn cars into kind of like an overland 4x4 style looking? They do it a lot with Subies.
Yeah.
They kind of make them like rally, but like rally plus. I don't even know what the right name for that would be.
Yeah, like how they do with like how Porsche does with the Dakar.
I actually love those. They have in Utah. They actually have a run every year.
Oh,
I really want to go to it. And
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
yeah, so there's a photographer that I follow. His name is North Borders. He's from Australia. He got invited to go do that, and it's actually like, if I'm not mistaken, it is in Utah.
That sounds about
But they do like a semi off road overland track, like run, like a trail,
Yeah.
kind of like Mangeki when he does his crispy cruise, like that.
Oh yeah,
But like through Moab and shit like that. Like it's fucking cool.
in like $250,000 cars.
Yeah,
Imagine
dude.
that shit. Like God, again, if I had exorbitant amounts of money, you bet your ass I'd be thrashing on that Porsche.
Yeah,
I'd be
I think,
thrashing on it.
yeah, I think that I would add that to one of my top 5 builds. If I also had like fucking money, bro,
Oh,
I
dude,
think
yeah.
I would definitely do that, but like on a Porsche Cayenne or something like.
So funny enough, again, when they said I could talk about anything, they were not.
Do it.
ADHD is a hell of a drug, bro. So I've been looking into it because I would eventually like to do it. So the first generation Cayennes, I forget the model number. It's like 957, 956. I can't remember exactly. But if you get the sought after ones of the V8s with the turbos, the twin turbos, but with the full blown 4x4, you get those. There are a couple of companies who make like everything, half bumpers, lift kits, all of it, exhaust systems, everything. People actually like off-road those like you would in a Tacoma or a Jeep. Like they build them the fuck out on 35. It's a thing. Like the funny thing is it's about as, I'd say almost, depending on the condition of the car, but almost as reliable as you would get out of a Jeep or a Tacoma or something like that. As long as the car is kept upright.
That's pretty sick.
But it's just as capable as the two. About 57 times faster, and you're covered in leather and it's all heated and shit. You know what I mean? You're hopping out like you can be in a business suit and rip it up, this fucking wall. But look into it, dude. It's a thing, and you can get them for like I think under 20.
That's
Find them under
cool.
20.
Dude, I would love to build some shit like that. Like,
It's fucking sick, and they're loud. Straight pipe,
yeah,
loud
I would imagine.
with like
There's-
quarter exits.
Oh, 100%. There's actually a photographer I think that has what you're talking about.
I
have to-
I think so.
I have to find him, but he
I
does.
follow a few people that have them.
So his YouTube channel is like he just travels around the country to national park in that port.
That's fucking sick. I
And
want to
just
see. I think I follow him.
landscape photos,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah, I think I follow him. It's got
Yeah,
like a livery on it or something, right?
yeah, yeah,
It's wrapped all cool.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I do follow him.
Yeah, dude. But that guy shoots on this camera, and I've been bugging my wife to buy it for me. It's $14,000.
Oh shit!
I'm just kidding. That's my wife. She's like, fuck no.
I felt the death stare on that one. Man.
I
I
know,
got
dude.
nervous, and I'm gonna crossfire shit.
Dude, I tell my friends, it's because I've been wanting to get another car. I used to have a Subi, and it was a pretty nice
Okay.
Subi.
Oh yeah,
And I got rid of it because like once problems started, it just wouldn't stop. Like,
Yeah.
fuck,
that's
bro.
kind of. I mean, I love actually when I was younger. One of my dream cars was the. I think it's a '98, the 22B, the Impreza, the 22, like the original,
Yeah.
like WRX kind of. 'Cause
Yeah.
I used to play Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 2, and the 22B with the Subaru Rally livery, the blue with the stars.
Yeah,
That's all I drive in that game. And that was my dream car until I found out the 22B specifically is super rare. Like you can get the Impreza that year, but it's not the 22B. You know?
oh yeah. They
but-
they actually at auction.
Right.
They still auction for like close to three. No, not three. Close to six figures.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really fucking
Yeah.
weird.
But they're great cars. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about the Boxer engine. Like,
Yeah.
like, they're good. And again, until you have issues, you know, as soon as those head gaskets go, or as soon as any of that shit, I love the way they sound. I think Subarus, any of them, anything with the Boxer engine is, I mean, like it kind of, it like tickles your brain in a good way, you know? But then again, it's one of those, as soon as it starts having problems, it's snowball after that, which sucks because they're great cars, but
Yeah,
you know, they're almost ticking time bombs, I guess. I've never owned one, so.
yeah. No, I had the VA platform, which is a little bit newer. But yeah, another EJ, which is like their STI engines.
Yeah.
They need to renovate all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Their problems are always the same, like Ringland phase. Fucking
It's like they're like, yeah, it ain't that broke, so I ain't gonna fix it. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's broke. Fix it, like, please.
and then I guess what also bothered me was that I had to spend so much money just to get 400 to the wheel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
it
because you have to
sucked.
build the inside of it,
Yeah.
too, don't you? Yeah, because they'll explode otherwise. They can't handle that much. Yeah.
But just to get 400 to the wheel was like a lot of fucking money, dude. And I was like, I don't know. And I got rid of it, and now we have a Crosstrek. We're just chilling it.
Crosstreks are nice though. Those are good cars.
Yeah, we traveled with it. It's super comfortable. We ordered it custom, like from the dealer, and
Oh, nice.
I don't think we're ever gonna buy a car that's in the dealership. I think we're gonna order them from now on. Sounds bougie and like fucking dumb, but
Yeah, but you get it the way you want it.
yeah,
Is the price any? Like? Is there a drastic change?
not even that much, dude.
No.
Like it was like 1,500 more.
Oh, at that point, shit. Yeah, I just order everything.
Yeah.
Like that instead of having to deal with the whole process. You kidding me?
And then actually, I've heard a rumor that the car market has been crashing or is gonna crash. But
Ugh, probably.
yeah, that's
Probably. It's still bad. It's still bad.
yeah, neither here nor there. But the reason I haven't really jumped on a car is because there's so many things that I like, and I
That's
haven't
the
really,
problem.
and I haven't found like the one thing that I'm like, oh, for sure I'm gonna do it. The closest thing is a Toyota Chaser.
Oh, the Chasers are cool.
Yeah, I
Chasers are cool.
something about the 4-door like
Yeah.
sedan drift car
Yeah.
attracts me so much.
Oh, dude, it's super. That's that, and I think it'd be sick, but it'd be an astronomical amount of work. I can't remember who it was, but one of the people that I follow a ton of people that drift and stuff here, and I think one of their buddies built out like it was like a Ford, like a Galaxy or some stupid shit. It was one of those big like 20-foot long 2-door. Like,
Yeah, I
16
think it was a
muscle cars.
Galaxy.
Drift build, and he's whipping this 40-foot car around the track next to these like Miatas and S14s, but it like takes up the whole damn track because it's this, you know, it's a boat going sideways, but it's a full drift build. I mean,
Damn.
it's just the skin of the car, you know, with custom everything. That's why it'd be stupid to do, but
Bro, that'd
that'd be
insane.
cool.
That'd be
Yeah,
insane.
and it's got a nasty V8 in it. I mean, it's
What if I make a drift build Ford Pinto?
that'd be sick. I mean, there's that guy who did a Mini Cooper last year.
Oh,
Recently, and it's a truck. Like it's like a classic Mini front end, and it has like a truck on it. It pops wheelies. I don't think have you seen it? Like it's been stupid. It's like black and purple.
I'll
Like
have to.
crazy wide stance.
I'll definitely Google that one.
dude, check it out, because this dude, he'll do I think he does like the Gymkhana events too, like those big, like the big drift pad with like the obstacles. And there's a video, if you look it up, there's a video of him drifting a wheelie around a big pylon, like on 2 wheels, sliding around it.
Damn, I definitely got
It just pops him. Stupid car. Yeah. So you can do it, Pinto. People do drag builds on him, or drift build, just, different tires and an angle kit. You know what I mean? Just throw spring power into it. Yeah. Done.
That's crazy, dude. I also have ADHD. I feel like I can talk to you fucking forever.
Oh, dude, we do this all day.
For the sake, of like the segment.
Yeah.
We're gonna put a pin on it.
Okay.
Is there anything last words you want to talk about?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll probably go for like the, the kind of typical, like, how do you feel about like the car scene? Because I know a lot of people, especially, a lot of like podcasts and interviews and stuff, everyone always asks the question, like, what are your thoughts on the car scene right now? Like, so I guess I'll ask the question everyone asks, see what your opinion is on it.
My opinion? All right, cool. Well, my opinion is, I think people need to build their own shit, like the way they want. I think they shouldn't worry about like making the coolest, most unique thing ever, because I think that they just try too fucking hard sometimes, and they end up fucking up themselves.
Yeah,
like they fuck themselves over.
Oh yeah.
And then I think we should build more unique stuff, not just. No offense to anybody, I'm just really tired of seeing a fucking GT86 FRS BRZ wide body. Like,
yeah. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, like, if that's your build and that's what you have, like, cool, awesome. Like, that's your build. But like you said, like, I'm a big fan of, like, everyone honestly should build their car for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I drive a hot pink Mini Cooper. For fuck's sake. You know what I mean? I drive every high school girl's dream car. Like, and I'm not kidding. Like, my wife always laughs because every time I go to the drive-thru in it, with her in it, and if there's a girl at the counter, she's like, oh my God, that car's so cute. I love it. I could see her in the corner of my eye just like, God, but it's different, And at the end of the day, like, because I've had people like, oh, Mini Coopers are gay. They're so stupid. Why would you drive that? Because it's fun. Who cares? Like, if you have a Mustang, you have a GT86, you have a 350, what for you? If you get Instagram likes out of it, or if that's what you're into, cool. But do it for yourself. That's why I quit. I quit caring about it because I kind of got into that mindset for a little bit. But it's exhausting. It's too much, and then you're spending money on shit that you actually don't really like all that much. Like you'll put parts in your car, and you're like, but it gets likes, and it's not the point.
I guess
it's not the point.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good point of view, man. And we're gonna end your interview with that one. Perfect. I'd love to have you on another episode for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Hit me up. Let me know. Yeah. Absolutely.
Tell John.
Oh yeah.
Hey, bro, I need that Maverick guy.
Yeah. For
sure,
man. I'd love to.
All right, cool. So we're gonna get on with the next guest, and I think I'm seeing him right now. It might be J Media, so we're pretty excited about that one. He's a pretty good photographer, videographer, and man, I wish Abe was here, bro. He just messaged us. He was sick.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, I was hoping that it wasn't like something else, like he got in a car accident or something.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But yeah.
Hopefully it gets better soon.
Yeah. All right, brother. Thank you, bro.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. So I have Jay Media here. We're gonna do a quick little interview, and I think we're gonna close it off with him because I think I got how many people did I get? I got Restone with the God, and then her boy with the Humvee. Let me just elaborate on RZG. I think actually I might do one more. I'm not sure, but we're right now with J Media, and I want to go ahead and pull it over to him and just tell me more about you, bro.
No, well, I'm from El Paso. I was raised in Anthony, New Mexico, and yeah, I started doing this maybe like going on 8 years, I'd say. But J Media officially became J Media 6 years ago, so that's when I just fully wanted to expand.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope, bro. Now, do you have J Media? You said that it was official 6 years ago.
6 years ago. So, I started doing weddings and quinceañeras at first. So I started doing that, and then somehow, I started doing car shows. So just transitioned to car shows, and then right there, I was like, I have to give it a name. I have to give it something. So, J being my middle name, I figured I could just integrate it because most people were doing that at that time. So I was like, I'll just stick with J Media. Just those more simple. And then, so I was focused on doing cars at that point. But then somehow it just expanded. Doing that, I created I wanted to create like a format or a style which is able to work with everything, which is why it's helped me expand towards doing more than just cars. But cars is really what I'm most. That's where I started at. So it's become a whole lot more easier for me, I guess, to just stick to. Yeah.
That's cool, man. I think that's really cool that you've been able to stay like that. And um, obviously, like I've seen your work, and your work is like it's pretty top, like
Thank you.
top tier, bro.
Thank you.
And coming from a person that like me, I mean, I'm an editor and I'm a shooter, I'm videographer, whatever. Um, I I guess I've always wanted to know because I know you edit on Final Cut Pro, right?
Final Cut, yeah.
Yeah,
Everything Final Cut.
Final Cut.
Yeah, and they told me they was like, "Oh, hey, you should probably try After Effects." It's like if I can do it in Final Cut, I don't need to step away from that. You know, if because see, a Final Cut is just everything that I use. It's really what you can do in After Effects, but it's somewhat. I mean, obviously, it's a different. I think it's a different process, but people can't tell the difference, I guess.
Yeah, no, your stuff definitely looks like you do everything on After Effects.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You can't tell the difference. So, and I try to stick with that. If I seen it and someone else do it, it's like I think I know how to do that, you know. But then it turns out that they did it on After Effects. It's like, oh, well, I can do it in Final Cut.
That's sick, bro.
Yeah.
I seen most of your edits I've seen are like your after movies for like Springfest.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a lot of low class stuff,
Yeah.
but like Springfest especially, and then the cruise weekends because I know you do the cruise weekends mostly all the time.
Yeah.
And I bumped into you like at the last one a lot. I was bumping into you like all the time,
Yeah.
and I thought it was funny, bro, because I was like every time I bumped into you, I remember going back to the room like my wife, and then I'd be like, bro, I need to see what video he did, and I was like, oh, I'd see this video, and I'd be like, oh, I'd see that video, and I was like, damn, bro, this looks pretty good. I guess I'm gonna ask some cliche stuff because
Sure.
since you're like doing a lot of stuff in cars, do you have a project build or like a car build or anything?
I have two, but nothing really in the works.
Nothing really-
And that's what's funny because even everybody asks me, it's like, hey man, like you have to have a car, you know? But it's like, I don't know. Like I right now I got too much stuff going on. See, the thing is that even then when I started off, my full focus was just on video. So I always focused on just spending all my time, just learning new things, seeing what else I can do with it, going out, filming that, and then coming back in and then working on that. So it's just I put my full entire focus on just video stuff, which it's just doesn't allow me to do stuff on my own. Do the side stuff.
Yeah, like if you had a build, you'd probably take forever to build it because you're too much into like what you're doing already.
Exactly.
The videos.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's cool.
But I love the cars, and even then, when I was younger, I remember they would have the car show see at the convention center. I was like maybe like 15, 16 maybe, and I would go, and I love those shows. And it was like I was so much into the cars back when like the whole modifications were in, where you had like the same builds as Fast and Furious and all that, the old school builds, I guess. And never did I ever think that I'd be the one getting myself in there to get the videos in and getting the content in,
You I don't want to interrupt, but it's because you said something that caught my eye, or that not caught my eye, but caught my attention. So the passion you have, like how long has it actually been that like you like wanted to do this? Because it seems like it was more than 8 years.
2015, 2016.
15, 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it started. So the funny thing is that it all started with one someone I knew, and they were like, "Hey, do you shoot photos or video for quinceañeras?" Like, I don't. Hey, would you like to? I was like, I don't even have a camera. So I mean, okay. So I was like, you know what? I should probably just get a camera and just do it.
That's interesting.
So I went out, bought my first little DSLR T1i, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy a little lens, just take cool photos and see where it goes. And so I shot that, and then I was like, maybe I could do photos and video. So then I got another camera. I stuck with DSLR the whole entire way, and yeah, from there it just went keep going.
Bro, it's so interesting. I have a similar. My origin is similar because I had a friend that made music, and he was
Okay.
like, "Hey, bro, like, you want to get into this?" and maybe I'll pay you. And then I was like, well, I don't even have a fucking camera. He's like,
Yeah.
just do it on your phone or something. And I did it on my phone, and it came out like, you ever seen old school Suicide Boys music videos?
Yeah.
Like that, bro.
Yeah.
It was like that. Like, and it looked like I was editing on Paint Bucket, bro.
Like, but see, the thing is that even that's coming back. Those trends, like,
Yeah,
it's just
surprisingly.
live to it and everything. It's coming back. So, and see, that's the thing where I like to. If that's the thing, I like to adapt to that. So if that works, if that helps my footage or makes it a little more unique, then I'll jump into that. So I'm not. I like to be flexible. So for anyone really, I mean, if you want to catch on the trends and then get the old school camcorders and whatnot, it's just like, but it's a big jump though from the DSLR to what I have now. I mean, it was like,
What do you have now?
I shoot with Lumix
Lumix?
J6. I have a JH5S and then I have a J6. And then I record everything externally to an Atomos Ninja V monitor.
Okay.
But I went with that setup because it gives me flexibility to shoot raw. So I'm shooting raw most cases.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get all technical, but if I'm not mistaken, it lets you shoot like ProRes RAW too, no?
ProRes raw. Yep.
ProRes RAW,
Yep.
dude, that file encoding is like my favorite.
Yeah.
It's so easy to work with. Like I shoot
Yep.
in Sony, it's such a pain in the fucking ass, bro. Like,
And I had Sony. So when I was like, when I did I had the Canon, I went to Sony. So I started my very first mirrorless was the A6300. I started with that, and then I got the A7 III.
7.3.
A7 III, and then I was like, it's not letting me shoot 4K 60. I want that quality. So I got rid of that, and I jumped into Lumix because it's the more affordable, I guess. Not high end, but really good specs. So I was like, I'll just go with Lumix. So I've stuck with Lumix since, and because it gives you 4K 60, 4K 120, so it gives me more flexibility of what I want to do with it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
oddly enough, man, I had a situation. Well, I've been in this situation. I put myself in it for like, I don't know, every month I think about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, did I do the right choice in keeping my A7 IV? Which is the one we're using right here, like that one right
That's
there.
that one.
Yeah. And then I was like, nah, I don't know if I should keep it. I've been seeing a lot of things about how, I mean, all the lenses mount to like all the Sony cameras.
Yeah.
So it's like universal within Sony. And one of the things I want an FX3 so bad.
Right.
Like so bad.
Who
That
doesn't?
camera, dude, that camera is insane. For the stuff it does, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
But then everyone's like, no, get an A7S III, it's the same thing, cheaper. But then you try to get an A7S III, it's like, bro, this camera's like 4 years old already.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no, wait, because A7 V is coming out, or the FX3 Mark II is coming out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, whatever. So I'm doing all my research, right? And it's funny you say Lumix because Lumix actually caught my eye a lot with the S5 2X. The S5 2X
Yeah.
to me was like, bro, the quality I've seen on it, like you can shoot 6.2 open gate. So it's 6.2K open gate.
Yeah.
You can shoot straight to an SSD. Like you don't even have to do it through the monitor. You just do it straight
Yeah.
to SSD.
Just hook it up and go.
But the thing that gets me is that they now I guess did the whole Leica glass thing. They also use Leica glass.
Okay.
And I don't know much about it. And for me, it's like, I get scared, I guess, in a way to switch from a system because the whole goal is to keep Sony and go and get the FX3.
Yeah.
Like trade up and sell
Right.
and get projects and sell and get the bigger shit and like
Right.
the best shit. But I realized like all the people that I watch now, like I watch a lot of people that are not car related and they all have been selling their FX3s. And I'm like,
Okay.
either they know the new one's coming out or they're just tired of Sony. One of the two.
Okay.
And but seeing your work and comparing it to stuff that I've done, not like in edits wise or anything like that, but in quality, I'm like, damn, you know what? Like maybe 4K. I mean, 4K is still like the standard in my opinion. Like, but maybe if you go up to 6K, you could do like a little bit more in like the visual looks of stuff
Yeah.
and this and that. But like, I don't know, like when it comes to stuff like that, how do you adapt? Like, how do you like? Have you ever thought about that? Like, oh,
So I
maybe I
do.
should switch from.
I do, but the only thing is that the higher quality, right, high resolution is only going to be relevant in YouTube. YouTube. So if you're doing YouTube a lot, that's when it's when it's worth actually going. But I mean, Instagram 1080, that's 720, 1080. You know, it's like, see, I can't even, I don't even have that on the dot yet, where the whole format to upload to Instagram to get the better quality of it. You know, but See, the thing is that for me, it was just always 4K at that time. For 4K 60, I want to do slow motion 4K because 1080 was kind of like on the A7 III. It's like that was my limit. So it's like you always want more. You know what I mean? Which is right now the FX3, if you're looking at that, it's like, dude, that's because you want more. But is it necessary though? You can get away with actually getting a lower end camera as long as it meets the requirements or the specs that you want for what you're doing. You know, if you're doing something, you want some slow motion on there. If 4K works for you, just go with that, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. And see, that's the thing with me. Sometimes I get people asking me, it's like, hey, well, what do you shoot with? And they think I'm shooting with high-end cameras. And I tell them what I'm shooting with. It's like, dude, like you did that with that. It's like, yeah. I mean, you can get away with just having some 60. Dude, we got 4K 60 on the phones. And people are doing stuff with that.
Dude, we have now with the new phones, we have ProRes RAW. I don't know if you shot log footage.
Yeah, I did.
Dude,
yeah,
it's pretty fire.
When it came out, first thing I did, I was like, I'm gonna try this out, see how log works. And I color graded it, and it looks pretty good. But cool, the thing is that, I mean, me showing up to a professional shoot, I can't do it with the phone. No, dude, like I gotta show with mine, be able to demonstrate and show that, you know what, like I'm here to work, you know?
So actually, I'm not roasting anyone when I say this, because I think everyone should just shoot with what they have available to them. But there is a point where it does get really weird. Like if you're bugging people to shoot their cars, for example, like some of the people we had on the podcast.
Yeah.
If you're like, hey, bro, let me shoot your car. And you show up with a fucking iPad Pro or like an iPhone, bro, they're not going to take you serious. Like,
yeah, no.
Because not everybody's mentality is the same as mine. Where like, you should shoot with whatever you have.
Right.
Because I met some phone photographers, bro. They're really fucking good.
Yeah.
Really fucking good. Sometimes they shoot the same quality that Leica cameras. I can't even tell the difference of the picture.
Yeah.
Unless you zoom in super, like into it.
You gotta know who they are, because you just can't have faith in everyone.
Yeah.
It's like you see them show up with it, and it's like you don't know what it's gonna turn out to be.
Yeah.
But if you know who the guy is, like, oh, I know that guy because he shoots really well with the phone. So that's how I was like, oh, yeah, you have that trust in that.
Like that guy, he shoots with the phone, does the whole ninja bicycle walk thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Bro, that guy shoots pretty good.
Actually, you know who he is.
Yeah.
So he shows up, you trust him?
I would.
You see? Yeah. Yeah. So it's what I'm saying. I mean, and yeah, you gotta look good. You gotta look professional, but don't just get it just for the sake of that. Also, the whole rig determines. I mean, everything on it should have a story where you're using it. Everything in there has its reason. Its reason, you know, like its purpose. Don't just put stuff on it to make it look nice. Like everything has to have its purpose.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I agree with you. I agree with you a lot.
Yeah, because a lot of people, they go all out and they don't even know what they're doing. You know, I was like, dude, just you can start at the bottom. It's fine. Work your way up.
Yeah. So I think one of the things they're popping up.
Yeah.
No, but what I was gonna say is, so I think one of the things that I did realize was that I needed to kick myself off that mentality, because I realized that, like, if I'm telling people to shoot what they have, and I'm over here with an A7 IV, and I'm like not happy with it, and I just want more, and it's like, bro, like I needed to take a step back and realize that I have a really good camera. Like I have enough to shoot what I want, what I like. And I shouldn't try to just get more just because it's like the status. Like I was really chasing the status versus that.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, you know what? I got to get better at filmmaking and do my shit, which lately I have. I've been loving the content I make. And I think that's something really important, that there's something to be said. Because, like, for example, have you ever felt like you've made content because you thought it was going to be like super popular and you wanted it to go viral and stuff? And then maybe you realize like, hey, maybe I should make what I like. Like, did you ever have a moment like that?
I feel like it has always been like that. See, I know there's always viral trends, but I always try to stick to what I'm doing with what's working for me. You know what I mean? But it's transitioned to where it's where now I'm doing what my client wants or what they're asking of me. You know what I mean? But it's always got to be what you feel more comfortable with. Because what happens is that if you try to follow trends, perhaps maybe you might not be able to execute that. You know what I mean? Or even then, grab some of that, stick with your style, and then just merge it and do something different.
Yeah. So I work personally I do podcast production for a commercial cleaning company.
Okay.
So that's like my main client.
Okay. Cool.
And then I do marketing and stuff for like on the side for other companies. So it's really hard to leave that corporate world of stuff to doing creative stuff with cars, because I love doing cars, bro. I love shooting cars, but it's also hard because I I know that cars ain't my main thing anymore. Like this last Springfest and this last cruise weekend, I ended up buying that Fujifilm because I was like, dude, my 7.4 is too big to carry around.
Okay.
I can't do street photography with. I mean, I can, but like at 24-70 lens, like I'm gonna be walking around with that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
That's a big lens.
it gets annoying. So then I was like, I'm gonna get a lifestyle photo, and I wanted to get the Fuji X100 5, X100V, whatever
Yeah.
at the time. But then people were scalping the shit out of it. Now the next one came out, the X100 6, and then me and Renzo actually were talking about it,
Okay.
and he wanted to buy it from someone that I know, and I was like, maybe I should buy it because he's selling it for a good price. Like I was selling it really cheap.
Yeah.
He wasn't really scalping, and I was like, nah, I shouldn't do that. XT50, I ended up getting it boom, perfect.
Okay.
And I realized that I was having more fun like shooting photos and doing stuff like that, where I was shooting like life around the cars instead of just shooting like the event, like with the cars and doing all these cool effects and all this stuff. And I just shot the pictures of people just having fun around, and people responded very well to that. And for me, I was like, I just wanted to share it. I didn't expect it to get the feedback it did, you know.
Yeah.
And because of that, I landed a couple of clients, and they were like, "Dude, I want you to shoot something like that for me." So for me, I was like, "Dude, like it's been very different, like hard to do that, like, because I guess what I'm trying to ask you is, do you mainly just shoot like car stuff for clients and stuff, or do you also work with like companies and stuff?
Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
That's dope.
So whatever. I mean, if it comes to video, I can do it, which helps me really just be able to just always be constantly busy, and not only that, but be able to expand my creativity as well. So if there's something that can work for me doing something for a business. If that works well with doing hard stuff, then it's it goes hand in hand. Like if I'm able to, for example, you go to business, right? And then for example, now you're interviewing me, and you can do that in a car show. You know what I mean? That kind of takes that direction somewhere else. So it's not just a video about a car show, but it's about the people that are there and what they're doing and how they feel and how they came up, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you find ways to grab from each of those things and then be able to merge it into something. Not that I've ever done it though, because I mean, I only go shoot. I'm like a run and shoot type of thing. So just go boom, 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 get what I need to do, and then be done with that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like that too.
But because, for example, you just mentioned that you took photos of people, right? And then that caught their attention. So not many people do that. See, but that's going to be your style. You see what I mean? So the thing is that most people just go boom, boom, shoot what the show is, cars. But you're thinking outside of that. You're thinking, okay, the people, maybe you catch the people. And then that's stuff that people just kind of they don't see.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, it does.
I don't want to be stuck in that little, but yeah.
No, it does.
The thing
Definitely
is that-
does.
The thing is that, and the same thing goes with my content, where it's like, who makes the car shows? What makes the car shows? The people. And the people are the ones that come in. They're the ones that make it what it is. Other than cars, right? But the people are there to have fun, to enjoy the show.
Yeah.
If not, I mean, you'd be having car meets where it's just like the cars are all there. It's all about the cars. If that makes any sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it definitely
I'm having difficulty explaining that, but it's where you just got to capture everything that happens in the car show.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, no. So in your process for like the after movies that you film,
Yeah.
because you don't just do like local stuff and low class stuff. Like I've seen you do like really cool shows, bro.
Yeah.
What's it like? I mean, for you, like being someone who's like here in El Paso, like did they just contact you through like your social media? Or, like,
Yeah. It's all done through social media. Instagram is where I just move everything. And I guess the content that I do is always something that's going to work for someone else. Like if I do a car show here, it's going to be in a style where it's going to be useful for somebody out in California, or somebody out in Florida or New York or Chicago. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
So it's where
Good.
it's just managed to work. It's just managed to work out. I've had clients actually tell me that they fly me out to New York, and then they're asking them why they don't hire anyone locally over there. But then the client's like, it's because this guy does it the way that I want it to be done. Like, there's no one here that does it for me. And they've told me that.
That's sick.
So then that's why they fly me out to do that for them. And that's the motivation for me. It's like, okay, I'm still going to be pushing, or I'm going to give them a little more than what I'm going to give them, what they can't find anywhere else. You know what I mean?
No, I feel that 100%. Like, you always go a little bit extra.
Yeah. And then I get guys also, they hit me up. It's like, hey, bro, we got a meet coming up next weekend. Can you hit it up? It's like, dude, I'm over here in El Paso. Can you fly me out there? I was like, oh, we thought you were over here in New York. It's like, nah, bro. I'm over here in El Paso.
Dude, that actually happens to me a lot, bro. The commercial cleaners that I've met, they also, I mean, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Commercial cleaning companies have money, bro.
Yeah.
Money, like, and it's stuff you didn't even think about. Like, if you start a little company and you get your tia and your mom to help you like clean some apartments, you guys can easily get a contract with the apartment complex for like $12,000 a month.
Really?
Yes, like easy, bro.
Okay.
That's like easy, and that, or not even, bro. Even if you get a $8,000 a month contract, bro, you just pay them like what, $2,000?
Yeah.
$2,000 every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or whatever, like, or every week. I don't know. Not every week, obviously, but whatever. I'm not gonna talk like finances, but there's a lot of things that people don't know about. So I get to meet people like this, and I get to actually like network and the same as you. Like, I go to Colorado and Dallas a lot. They're like, hey, bro, I'm looking to do this here and this and that, and we go to like these events over there, and they hit me up a week after I'm already done. And they're like, hey, bro, I thought you were local. Like, everyone's telling me you're not even from here. And I'm like, oh no, dude, I'm from El Paso. I was like, if you want, we can work on a project, blah blah blah, and then we can book the travel and everything included, or just reimburse me whatever. I'll just charge you extra for it. They don't even know.
Right.
And hey, it's weird. Like, it sucks, bro, because I'll say that it does suck, and I know you felt the same way, where it's like, nah, you know what? It's because you're not here. But then you appreciate the people that do see your work, and they do want to fly you out, and that says a lot about you. It says a lot about you and the work that you do, man.
Yeah. And the same way, if they're willing to fly me out there and hire me for that event, I'll go the extra mile. When it comes to the editing, it's like, you know what? I appreciate it here. Like, I'll add a little extra on there and make it a little bit better than what it should have been. And it helps me out, man. Every time I do something, it takes me further. And funny enough, when I started doing this, my handle was J Media El Paso, Texas _ El Paso, Texas. But then I wiped it off. I was like, you know what? I want to expand. So I took that off, just kept that at J Media. And sure enough, maybe like within 2 months, I was already being hired to go out of town and do some stuff, and it became a little more official. That's when it became a little more official. And I love also like motivating people and on the road to that.
Yeah. I'll say some of the stuff I've seen you do makes me actually want to work harder.
Good.
Yeah. Like, not because I think I suck. I just, like, some of the stuff you do, I'm like, damn, bro, like, you shot it like that, and I want to do some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
but don't get overwhelmed though, because it does take time.
Yeah.
You have to get to know the software. If you've been at it for a month, a year, don't, you know what I mean? Don't overwhelm yourself. Just think, oh yeah, I can do it. Yeah. It takes time. But we all start somewhere.
Yeah. I think so. I think that's a good message we can give, because your experience, I'm a little bit experienced, and some of the viewers we have are not that experienced, and they want to get more into video. What would you tell them, like, to start off, or like a word of advice that you would give them?
Just shoot everything they can.
Yeah.
They just have to shoot everything they can, wherever they can. Because even right now, literally, you can walk outside, get your camera, stand out there, film something, and you're gonna learn something. So just by you getting out there, you learn a whole lot more. And then with that, within time, and I've said it plenty of times to other people, you start developing your style, your creativity, and then you start perfecting it. Right. So with them, what I say is just go out there and just shoot. Just shoot. And then play around with the software. Play around with the software so you get to learn it. And then from there, you develop your own creativity, your own style. It's like, oh, this is easy to do. I really like the way that this specific shot comes out, and they stick to that. Next time you go out there, you're gonna get that exact same shot, and you start perfecting that. And because I get this question a lot, man. It's like, hey, like, what do you, they ask, like, man, like, what did you start at? Like, what do I do? It's like, dude, just shoot, man. Just get your stuff, get out there, just shoot it, and then don't worry so much about color grading and all that. It's just that comes with time, and you start, you do step by step, it's by steps, where you start perfecting each one.
Nice.
Yeah. So I appreciate you, and you like my stuff, and it's like, but you can get there. Just be patient, and then you start learning your software, because even then, once you learn your software, that's like the core. So it's like, once you learn how to do the software, you go out there and shoot something. It's like, okay, now I know what to do in the software to make it look great. Once you got your shot in,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's because my thing is I shoot more like cinematic shit, like literally like movie looking stuff.
Yeah.
Lately I've been going more for like the vintage look.
Yeah.
And that's why for me, I've always wanted to shoot an after movie of an event. But for me, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not saying it's not for me, but I think that I've stuck to my thing where I like shooting when I'm comfortable shooting because I like it,
Yeah.
And I think my advice for the new filmmaker, the new person that wants to record anything, really is the same. You want to shoot as much as you can wherever you can, and practice your craft, bro. Practice your style. Like, if you want inspiration, like, go to your favorite like media makers like page and just watch all this shit. Go to your favorite like YouTube channel, like watch the shots that you like the most, or even watch movies. Like, I get inspired by movies all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm shot like some crazy stuff from getting inspired from like watching, I don't know, like old Jim Carrey movies, like,
Yeah.
and I bring that to the car world, and sometimes people are like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like,
exactly.
And but yeah, no, and to close it off, I would like to ask, what is your favorite show that you've been to, whether it's in town or out of town, to film at, and which one are you looking forward to in 2025?
So I'm in a Elite Tuner. For me, it's been Elite Tuner, which is why I really try to stick with them. And the thing is that you go out to these shows, and then you meet new people, and then they know people, and it's just constantly, it's an, what do you call it? It's an interweb where it's like everybody knows everybody out there. And the one thing I did say was, starting off this year, is like, I want to be able to be more involved in things. So I want to go out to more local meets, and hit up more businesses out of towns, more car shows. I want to do more, and not to be afraid to ask, like, hey, you know what, man? This is what I do here. What do you guys think? You guys need me? Let me know. We'll talk something out, and then you guys can hire me. We can go get it done. But the thing is, I want to change where I already have my creativity, my edits, my work already unlocked. Now I need to expand a little more in the sense of meeting new people and getting to know more business owners and stuff like that, which is, I feel, where I failed a little bit, or not failed, but it's just, I needed to
Like, chase it more.
Exactly, because I feel like I could have done more last year, but I didn't, because I did not push myself out there. You know what I mean? And usually it's funny enough, like, all these jobs just come to me. I don't go out there looking for them, but I have to I have to put my part into it.
Yeah.
A little bit too.
Yeah, in my experience, what I've learned, because I've been doing marketing for a while and working with business for a while, and so your referrals go a long way, dude.
Yeah.
And my advice is, if you do chase companies, just don't try to sell, bro. Literally, don't try to sell. Just be you, and show them your portfolio, and that will sell itself, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think I hated dealing with certain people when the company I used to work with, because I would see that all they did was sell the services we had. They would just sell it. They wouldn't provide like the ability to make it feel like, oh, you know what, we're working together, instead of, oh, I'm buying this from you, and if you don't perform, I'm gonna get rid of you.
Okay.
or like, hey, buy this from us. This is what we're gonna do for you. As long as you keep paying, you're not gonna deal with me. You're not gonna do this and that with me. You're gonna deal with this other guy, but you're still like working with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that sucks.
No,
I think for you, I think it should be for the person that wants to get into working with companies, really, or chasing more business within businesses. It should be more of like, hey, like this is the value that I can give you. This is the value your company will probably get out of it.
Yeah.
Let's try it and see where it goes. Boom.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. Don't try to over fucking do it. Like I'm sure you know this, but I just can't stress it enough. Where people hate getting fucking sold, bro, and they can tell when you're getting fucking sold. You can tell when you're getting sold something. You know, like I
don't like to be that person who's like bugging with, hey man, you need someone, you need someone, hit me up. Like I'll let them choose. Hey, this is what I can do. You choose if you can use me or not. You know?
Yeah.
But I get you. Yeah. Sometimes it's like you even burn yourself doing that.
Yeah, bro.
It's like boom. It's like, you know what? That's that guy that's always bugging us. Let's not get him. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So build a good portfolio. It's like a resume. You know, it's like, hey man, check it out. This is what I can do. If it works for you, awesome. If not, well, good luck on that. You know,
Dude. Honestly, I feel you like on everything. I feel you, bro. I definitely been there. I've experienced it, and yeah, bro. Any closing statement? Anything you want to close off with?
No. It's just that I really appreciate being here. And then to everyone, all you guys, just get out there and just shoot.
Yeah.
See, they get overwhelmed because they think that they'll never get them. You know, like, oh man, like I'm never gonna understand this camera. It's like, dude, just watch videos, edit.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
And the same with you. I mean, dude, you want to get your editing to the next level? Get to learn the program, you know, and then pull out some ideas from everyone else. It's like, oh, I like the way he did that, and then pull that. I like the way he did that, pull that. Somehow you'll create something where it's like it becomes your style, and then you'll be known for that.
Yeah, no, I get that, bro.
Yeah.
What's it called? One thing I'm gonna ask is, have you ever, by chance, I don't know how much into stance cars you're in, but like me and Nate, bro, we talk about how we went to Gatlinburg last year, like all the time, bro. And if you're a person that shoots cars, bro, I think you should fucking go this year for sure.
This year,
Yeah, dude. I think that
it was in my. I did have my eye on it last year. In fact, I think it was Gatlinburg actually. About 2-3 years back, I actually submitted my
for media.
and then they took it and they gave me the pass and everything, but I wasn't able to make it out there.
Yeah, no, dude, they're gonna remember that. They're gonna remember you though, for sure, because they this guy told us that they put us on the list.
Oh, okay.
That he's gonna talk to them to put us on the next one.
Okay, yeah.
We didn't do it in time.
Tuner Evo also got me one time. Yeah, I sent them everything and they approved it. And they sent me out there.
Yeah, but
And
this year we didn't. Or last year we should get it. No, yeah, but that show, like you have to have the media pass, bro.
no.
During the show, you can't get shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna capture the amount of people that are there, perfect. But if you're trying to get the cars and the car shows and everything, like when it's happening, nah, it's impossible. It's impossible, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but no, I definitely, I'm gonna say, bro. To be honest, I'm gonna challenge you to go to GAT this year.
No,
like,
I
keep it open and go this year because we're gonna go.
Okay.
And we should definitely show them like what El Paso could fucking do.
All right. Yeah, that'd be pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, because we were out there and not a lot of people from Texas were even there. Like, I mean, car people that were big from Houston and shit like that were there.
Yeah. It's just,
but not filmmakers. Crispy wasn't even there. I was like, what the fuck?
It takes a lot for somebody out of their on their own what's the term? Like on their own expense.
Oh yeah,
to get out there and actually do that. You know, you usually only see these guys that are really full enthusiasts or that really have the money to go out for. But someone that really can, or you know what I mean? Unless you get hired for it, those are the people you see out there. You know, so it's like, but I always tell everybody, hey, get out there. You know, get in, go to California, go to Florida, go to New York, check out those cars. You'll notice that. You know, you'll see that it's a whole different world out there.
That's dope, man.
Gatlinburg, it's on it. I'm gonna try to make it out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna close it out, bro. I hope I see you there for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, no, bro. I appreciate you a lot for your time and the knowledge you shared.
Thank you guys.
And everything. we'll keep in touch and we'll add everything to the show notes or whatever. And then I would love to work on a project with you in the future. Maybe another episode of the podcast, like a full one. Maybe we react to videos or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Like ask people to locally to submit videos.
Yeah,
Maybe
let's do
like
that.
some shit like
Let's
that.
do
Yeah.
that. I'm down. I'll give them pointers.
Yeah, something like that, bro. But yeah, no, appreciate you, bro.
Awesome, man. Thank you, man.
The rest of the day, bro.
Yeah, you too.
Stay the fuck away.